tidy. Box. That. Hi guys, I'm getting all set up, so if you can already see me, I don't know that anybody can see me. I'm getting all my gadgets turned on. Let's see. No. Well, I can't find me. Let's see if I can find me here. Okay, I found me there. Let's see. Okay, found me there. Let's see. Okay, I'm watching myself, but we're good. We're early. Okay, I'm watching myself, but we're good. We're early. I'll just wait and see if anybody's going to pop on and watch. I am early because I didn't know what I was doing. I'll just wait and see if anybody's going to pop on and watch. I am early because I didn't know what I was doing. Boop. Swipe to the left. Okay. So if anybody's not watching and you see this, or you watch it tomorrow, just know this is my second time. And I didn't know if I could be able to remember because it was been 2 months ago. So, let me see, can I put that down? Eileen, hi Eileen. Okay, I think I figured out one thing. I'm not getting comments on. My iPad. Oh, it just shows who's watching. All right, I'll wait for, oh, there's another person watching. I can't tell. It's going to be kind of crazy. And my dog's back there eating, if you can hear her crunching. We'll give people a few more minutes to hop in here. I hope everybody's had a good day. Oh, and there goes my other dog. It was a nice day. Here. I hope everyone's had a good day where you're at. Just a few more minutes. What time is it? Oh, it is 7:15. Just a few more minutes. Hi, Susan. Oh, it is 7:15. Just a few more minutes. Hi, Susan. Glad you hopped on. Remember to share and like the video, and I will have a drawing for the thing I'm going to make tonight. Unless my other one's better, because if I screw it up. But I hear an echo and I don't know why. I hear an echo and I don't know why. Okay, can y'all hear an echo? If you're hearing an echo, let me know. I have everything on silent except for one thing. My computer. Okay. So, I am filling in for Kelley tonight. You hear the echo. What is it? I'm filling in for Kelley tonight. You hear the echo. Shoot. What is it? You hear the echo. Let me try to listen. Let me silence this. Let me try to listen. Let me silence this. Let me try to listen. Let me silence this. Let me try to listen. Let me silence this. Let me try to listen. Let me silence this. Okay. Okay. So I've turned everything off. Can y'all hear me? I can't hear anything. So is that better? I have no sound going now. I know it takes y'all a little bit to respond and oh, you can hear me? No echo, right? Oh, I bet I have to have everything silenced. So I've only done it once. I've got everything silenced because I can hear myself. Okay, so I'm filling in for Kelley because she didn't realize she had no echo. Cool, because the echo's annoying. I'm filling in for Kelley because she didn't realize she had another commitment. She double booked herself, which I do. I've done that many times. I don't know about y'all. So we're gonna have some fun and make a cute little 3D thing. Because when she asked me, I was like, the biggest problem is thinking, oh, what should I make today? So I came home and I said, sure, I'll do it. Then I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to make? So then I saw something I made last year. It's just a little fall decoration that I keep up on my desk back here. And I thought, oh, I'll do that. That'd be fun. So I made it with current products because plus I used contraband the last time because I've been card crafting since I was in high school. Not card crafting, paper crafting since I was in high school. So anywho, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I see Eileen and Susan, and that's all I can see now. I know someone else is on here. If I didn't say hello, I'm Tanya Cook. I'm sitting in for Kelley. All right, we're going to be making, I hope I reversed the thing. I'll see. I'll be able to see when I show this. Yeah, I think I did. So we're going to be making this little 3D object, and it just sits on your desk. And we're using the Beauty of Earth, the stitch leaves, and the pretty pumpkins tonight. Oh, and then these are these brushed metallic something. I'll tell you when I pull them out. So anyway, I'm glad y'all are here with me today. Well, thanks. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Susan. It's a lot of fun, and it, and it uses one piece of cardstock. I'm going to show you how to make this frame. You can use this pattern to make different size frames. This is the one I used. You can actually use this also to make, you can use DSP to make the frame, which is a little more flimsy. You might want to put a backing on the back to make it a little more sturdy. But then you can see this side of the DSP, and then you'll see the inside if you use DSP. And you can have, it's a bigger frame. It's a square, would be a square frame. But you can use this concept for anything you'd like to do. And I saw someone else pop on, but I don't see, he's not telling me who it is. But hello, whoever you are. If you comment, I can see faster. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera down and hope I do it right. And here we go. Let's see. Got to cover the, oh, I need to plug up. I need to plug up and charge. Hang on. All right, let's see, because my phone may die. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn you down. I'm going to cover. Okay. I've got you turned down. Let's get us all situated. Maybe, oh, no. Oh, no, too far. Hang on. Let's see what that looks like. It takes just a second. It's crazy how delayed it is. Let's see, let me turn this light a little that, oh, I turned it off. Oh, that's my light, my overhead light that's glaring. I think I'm going to take this away. That's a glare. Yeah, that's better. All right. So, before I get started, it doesn't say that today in the online store, some new tags came in, and this does not say what it is. I think it's called Love Santa, but they're tags. You get 3 of each design, and I don't know why it came in and copied off like this. It's pale, but anyway, it's very cute, and you get, especially if you've never stamped, so you can get bags to go with it, and then you get 3 of each of these designs and the stamps, this and Night of Navy ink pad, and you also get a block. So anyway, I think it's $19.99 in the online store. You can't find it in the catalog. All right. So anyway, that's just the FYI. Oh, and they did just do add more stuff to the clearance rack. All right, so we're going to get down to it. So the first thing you need is a piece of cinnamon cider for this color. I mean, you can do whatever color, but excuse me. Anyway, the first thing you'll need is a piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inch on all 4 sides. I'm going to score here in a little bit. I've already scored this side. So I'm going to score at, and I use my bone folder in here. I don't like this. I don't think I get a good scoring with this little guy. So, 1/2 inch, oops. 1 inch. 1.5 inch. And 2. So on the 8.5 inch sides, we need a 2.5 inch for the first 2 blocks. On the top and the bottom. So it'll be from 0 to 1 here and from 11 to 10 here. And let's see. I don't know if you can see those score lines or not. Let me let it catch up the video. Yeah, I think you can see them. And so it's all scored. So we're going to cut out, oops, 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one here. Let me put that in there. So that'd be a 2 inch. All right. So next, oh, thank you, Sharon, for sharing. Thank you, Susan, for sharing. Not sharing for Susan. Okay. All right. Let me grab my scissors, which I did not bring over with me. So we're going to take out each of these. I'm not sure if you can see them, but this little corner, it's a little 2-inch corner on each side. We're going to take that out. Plus, well, I'll take out the 2-inch corner. I'm only going to do it on one. I actually have this already done. I don't know if y'all can, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me move this. There, I think that's better. take each one of these corners out. Just like that. And then where I came in a 1/2 inch extra right here, I'm going to come down to the second score line. And then I'm going to make an angle. You want to try to cut these pretty close. And so, it's going to look like this. I already have one already cut just to save time. But, so, that's what you do. And then when you finish doing that, you will have something that looks like this. Oh, hang on. This delay is really crazy. All right. It will look something like that. So you have 2 sides that are long and then 2 sides that are, it's mitered. They're mitered. They're going to do a mitered corner like this to make them fit. So then you're going to, oh, wait. So next, you're going to take your piece of DSP. This is the Beauty of the Earth DSP. It's very, very pretty. It's best to put it on the inside first. That way when we make the frame around it, we're not trying to stick this piece down. And you could cut it a little bigger. So another lady I watched do this, her name is Rhonda Wade, and I got this idea from a lady named Terry Gaines. And so Rhonda Wade explained you should put this part in first. I have until today always just done it afterwards, and so you miss. And so you could cut this piece a little bit bigger, but this piece is 6 by 3.5. So I would probably cut it 6 1/4 by 3 3/4 to make sure it fits. So we're just going to use our seal. And I like my grid paper, but it was causing a glare. I guess next time I need to not bring in the laminated one. That looks pretty good. I'm just checking. Oh, I haven't folded this one. All right, I think that's good. So now I've already scored these 3 lines. I need to put some tear and tape here. Let me get that. I thought I had all my supplies out. Hang on. Nope, I don't. Okay, oh, there it is, right here. I did. I just got it out already. All right, so I'm going to put this tear and tape along the bottom line within that section. And you would do that to all 4 sides. There we go. All 4 sides. Burnish it down. So we're going to do these 2 sides first because these need to roll in to cover. So I'm going to do this side first. So what I do is I fold this down like that along that last score line. And I fold it over like that. And rub it really good. And then pop it up and rub it down. And then that gives you your first little frame. So let's do that on this side. Once again, we're going to come into that bottom score line, the one closest to your DSP. Turn it up, doggo hair, sorry. Rub it really good, and then flatten it back out, and there you go. So next, oops, I missed a little spot here. You want to make sure your cuts are clean. Okay. Next, we're gonna, so you have a little triangle. Oh, that one's not very clean either. You want to make sure this little triangle area, we're going to add a little bit, just a little glue. And I use the same glue Kelley does, the Art Glitter Glue. But, because Tombo's real sticky to me, just a tiny bit of glue. In that little triangled area where you made that little cut. And then we're going to take off the tear and tape. I probably should have done that first. No, I can get it. And I still didn't score that. Sorry guys. So I'm going to roll this in. Like so. I've got it against that bottom or last score line. I'm going to hold this a little bit for a little bit so that it dries and holds. There, it holds and it makes a nice metered look. Now the first time I did this, I've done several of these, and I did not score any of this. I would score this first. Those are my dogs. We're having a playtime. Hey, hey. Shh, shh, shh. Hey. Get out. Thank you. Y'all need to be quiet. Sorry. All right. Girls, quit. Shh. I may have to get up and move them. Hang on. Pause. Out, out, out. You too. Oh, out, out. Sorry about that. Whew. All right. Take this tear and tape off. Once again, we're going to put down glue in that little triangle. I have 4 doggies. I love my doggies. But, and you know, they're just like little kids. You get on the phone and guess what? They're like, hey, you're not paying attention to us. And I've been in a boot, so I haven't been able to walk them much because I have a hairline fracture in my left foot, and they're like bored. They're ready to have some fun. Maybe another week. All right, so I did the same thing on this end. I'm going to hold it. You know, I would leave this. I said I cut that a little too small. Let me run and get just a little more paper right there. I'll be right back. I don't need y'all's help. No, no. Y'all are kicked out. All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I've never done this to myself, but you know, it happens. I get my, anyway, they took me out of the boot, and then I walked too much one day and had to get back in the boot. So let me cut just about 1/2 inch more of this paper. I'm gonna go 3/4 of an inch so it'll overlap. All right. Whew. All right. Let's see. Oh, I didn't cut that down. That's right at 6. Let me cut that just a hair. Is that not? Oh. There we go. Is that going to work? Still a little too much. It's almost like I made this one just a bit bigger. I don't think I did. Let's see. One more time. Third time's a charm, right? Let's see. I might have to put my glasses back on. Okay. There they are. Alrighty. Let's see. That won't show much. We'll make that the bottom. Yeah, that'll work. All right. It needs to go this way. All right. So now you have your frame. Now we're going to put an easel on it so that you don't have to make it stand. I have my other one. I just bought a wood easel, which it has dog bites out of it. Just saying. Just because, yeah, we're keeping it real here, folks. Anyway, I've also used these, and you can paint them. You don't have to have an easel. But it's just kind of nice because then it'll fold flat, too, when you store it for next year. All right. So, next. I'm not going to do this part yet because I need this to be flat to put our stuff in. It's easier that way. But the easel part, I probably score it before I put everything away. I feel a little bit discombobulated today. I'm so sorry. So this piece is 2 inches by 11. And we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Eight and a half, 9 1/2, and 10 1/2. And then you do mountain, valley, mountain, valley. I don't know. I think that's a valley. All right. Score those really good. And then we'll put tear and tape on that. There. Oh. Okay. Tear and tape on that. And then we're going to stick that down. Oh, I did that backwards. There you go. Stick that down to this one single flap, your 4 1/4 flap. Like that. Rub it hard. And so then you have like a little tent thing. Then we're going to take that piece and add some dimensionals. And put it away for the, later. Alrighty. We're going to stick that on later though, in a little bit. So the next thing we're going to do is, so this is the Pretty Pumpkin set. Which is, I'm going to set this to the side. Pretty Pumpkins. I love this set. I love this pumpkin and these three. I like it all. My favorite thing is if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. I just think that's so sweet. So, but anyway, this is how I store. We're not using these. This is how I store these. I have a magnet on one side, and then I store my stamps on the other. So the first thing we need to do is stamp the big pumpkin. And let me get that out of the deal. And I'll show you how I did that. Let's see, I used Old Olive, Cajun Craze, and Bumblebee. Oh, I need my daubers. So what I did on this is I first, oh, where's my paper? I gotta have something to stamp on. I thought I was so organized. Well, it's just one of those days. Let's see here. All right, so what I do is I start with the lightest to the darkest. So I'm gonna, and I don't have mine marked. I just wash these. So I'm going to start with a Bumblebee first, and I'm going to stamp it all over. Then I'm going to take some of the Old Olive, and I'm going to put my dauber in there, and I'm going to just look at it, and I'm thinking, I want a little green here. And so going from light to dark, a little green there, maybe this little guy is not going to mess up your ink pad. So a little yellow is not going to hurt the Old Olive. It's kind of yellowy anyway. And then the Cajun Craze, I'm going to go in and put, I want it on that big leaf, a little more. And then maybe a little over here. And maybe the edge right there. Okay. Just stuck my finger in that. Okay. Now I'm going to huff on this. And stamp it down. And then that's what you get. And then you would die cut it. I've already got one die cut because I'm trying to make sure that we do not go over time. And so here it is. I'll cut that one out later. The next thing is we need this little piece. And this is a very intricate die, but it did very, very well. But I wanted it I wanted it with some dimension. I don't know if you can tell that, but I did do some dimension in there. But those dimensional sheets are they're pretty hard. I mean, they're great, but for this kind of this intricate, it would not go through very well. So what I did is I die cut this shape 4 times. And then I glued them together. So I did it 4 times. So I've got one piece I'm going to show you. I'm going to glue it together and then just line them up. Alrighty. I just do a little glue on the centers. And try not to get my fingers all in the glue. To the edge. All right. And then I'm holding it like that. I'm going to hold that piece like that. And I'm lining them up just like that. And I kind of mash them together. And I'm going to wipe my fingers off on a mat because I don't want to get any glue on this. The glue on this would not be pretty at all. And I'll show you here in just a sec that it's almost like a dimensional, but it does give it some dimension to stand off the top. Especially since it's on those leaves. I wanted it to show up. All right, so then I'm going to hold this, line it up, turn it over, see what I got. Kind of use the stem for this one, and then little dots. Try not to get any glue on my fingers. Then I'm going to set a block on it for it to dry. There, so we've got that and that piece. So the next piece we need to create is going to be this watercolor piece. And I've already heat embossed it because I know it makes a lot of noise. Hey Judy, so glad you're here. So I've already heat embossed it. I heat embossed it in the copper. I did look at putting gold on here. In fact, originally when I started this, I thought the gold would be really, really pretty. But let me show you. Where's my, here it is. I just really thought the gold, if I can find them, there they are. The gold just didn't, it just didn't. I thought the copper was prettier. So now I have these pieces, and that paper is from this card pack. It's rose gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper, and it's really pretty. It has like a texture to it. In fact, this is my last piece, the gold. I have this piece saved just to keep it. It has like a little texture to it. It's very pretty. But I didn't think the gold stood out as much as the copper. So that's why I changed the copper. And I really think the copper goes better with the cinnamon cider than the gold. It just was dull. So we're going with copper. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is I watercolored these pumpkins, the little 3. And I just chose them, the colors from the DSP. Hello, Charlotte. Last name Little. You must be kin to Susan, I think. Glenn James. Hello, Glenn James. So, now for that, and it looks like, okay, let me grab. So I did heat emboss on the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This paper is has a really smooth side. This is Stampin' Up's watercolor paper. It has a really smooth side, so it does heat emboss very well. So I heat emboss this on with copper. Now there's kind of has a little more texture, and then one side that's a little less texture. So I did it on the smoother texture because I wanted to get a good image. So I did that in Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, and and the 4 colors, Bumblebee and Cajun Craze. Where's my marker? And then I used my watercolor painter. This is an old one, back when Stampin' Up first came out with these. I know they have a little different, but it has a very fine tip, and I really like that. And so you also need, a little paper towel. Let's put all this away. Move that out of the way. So I just smash. Of course, I have the old. This is an old one. I don't want that one yet. I want the blue first. Misty Moonlight, which are the colors in the DSP. I didn't do any rocket science thinking. I just took the colors that were already in the paper. And what I do first is I get my pen going. And then I go ahead and just wet the paper down. And I'm not going to do all this for y'all. I don't know what time it is. Yeah. Oh, I'm running behind. I need to be speedier. All right. So I take it and I start from the bottom and let it bleed up to make it darker. Because on the bottom, it's going to be darker. Because the light is going to be up here somewhere. And I started here because I need it to dry. Now, of course, because of the heat embossing, it will hold in some of your paint, unless you just have lots of water. There'll be a little shadowing around the leaves. And I'm going to pretty light. I'm saying my light source is a little bit from here. I want it to be a little lighter from this direction. All right. And then I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then this one I did in Bumblebee. Oh, I think I went Old Olive next to let this dry. So I did the leaves in Old Olive. Get my painter wet. Then just get the paper a little wet so that it can bleed. Oh, flies. I don't know about y'all, but the flies I've seen, which is that time of year, the flies are bad. Get a little more water on there. Let them dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in and make it a little darker. You girls. The dogs are sitting right by the door. I was trying to keep a little more air in here. I'm getting kind of hot, but it's okay. They were wanting my attention. Judy, I hope you're feeling well. It's been a bit, hadn't it? How many weeks? 3? Has it been 3 weeks since your knee surgery? All right, let me move that over there a little bit. I'm gonna do this pretty quick. We're running behind. Then I went in with the bumblebee on this pumpkin. Now this should have had time to dry a little bit so that they don't bleed. Oh, I wasn't thinking. Y'all are fine. Once again, oh, and I messed up there. Ooh. See, if you don't wet your surface first, you get some lines, which that's okay. It is a handmade object, and we're not artists. Come up from the bottom, make the bottom a little darker. You know, I didn't bring in the cinnamon cider. I did the stems out of cinnamon cider. Anywho, I think y'all have the idea. I will finish that up later. And then, by the magic of television, I have one already done. Let's see. Voila. Oh, let's see. Nope, that's the gold one. Yeah. So we're going with the copper. Let's see. So we've got that, and we need our sentiment. Let me find that. I stamped this in cinnamon cider, and I just fussy cut around the edges. If I can find it. I may have to stamp another. Oh, there's the cinnamon cider. I know I stamped it. Oh, there it is. Put this away, out of the way. And so I didn't want too much of, I wanted the sentiment, but I didn't want so much that you couldn't see my pumpkins. We worked really hard to make those pumpkins. So, I kind of looked at the stamp itself. Kind of how, you know, the shape of the outer edge. To see how it kind of looked. And I'm going to try to do that. Just a little fussy cutting. And when you fussy cut this kind of a thing, you just want to use the inside of your scissors, and you're moving the paper so that you get a smooth edge. And I'm really not a fan of fussy cutting. I have a hand trimmer, but I really think this is a cute touch. I covered up my comments. Couldn't see. So have y'all started making your Christmas cards? If you, I mean, I send lots of Christmas cards. And I know it's kind of early, but you never know what's going to happen. You may not have time to get them finished. So I think I have about 40 more to go. And I got a lot more paper to go. So yeah, there we go. So I'm turning with my, I'm gonna go in just a little more. My left hand. And just kind of following along the line, trying to remember what that stamp set looked like. You know, I got to thinking, you could kind of keep the outline of it if you would like. When you peel them off to make your, to stick them on your rubber stamps. Now, if this was a poly, the clear ones, can't think of it. There. And so then you come up with something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want really choppy lines, but if you cut, just use the inside of the scissors and then turn it with your other hand. Turn the paper, not your scissors. Or try to. I think I do a little of both, but I try to. Okay, so next, let me bring this back in. So we've got some leaves that I've already pre-cut. These are the stitched, what are they called? Let me see. Cheat sheet. Stitch leaves dies, and they do such a good job. It's 2 sets. You get one that just cuts the outer edge. I don't have the stamp set. I just got the dies. If you can hear my puppy, she's very upset. I may have to bring her in. She's a little dachshund, and she might be a little on the boisterous side. So, on the other one, I used a Cajun Craze leaf. Let me see if she'll be nice. Y'all be nice. Come on. You'll help me out anyway. I was getting hot in here. Whew, not as good an airflow when the door shut. All right. So, let's see. We've got this piece is going to go on the inside. And these are going to, and I cut out, this set also comes with this die. I'm going to kick y'all back out. With this die. Oh. And it looks like this. Let's see. So I saved the little packets. These were from some sponge daubers. I want to cut out a bunch of stuff. Hey, give me that. Give me that. I tricked them. Okay. So I cut this out. Anyway, I saved these, you know, the old little bags from like what we get. And so when I'm finished with this, I'm just going to stick this full package. It has some of this and some of this and some of those. And I'm just going to, I just store them like that. I could put these guys in there. And then that way, if I ever come to do a project, maybe, hopefully, I will need that piece. And it just is already in there, already done for me. So, what color leaf would y'all like to start out with a big leaf? I think probably the yellow or the green. The brown is going to be... maybe the green. Probably the green. What do y'all think? The green or the green? Old Olive or Bumblebee? Or if we wanted to go Cajun Craze under that, we could change the leaves up. Or the smaller Cajun Craze. I'll give y'all a little time to think about that. And let me know what you think. My computer went to sleep. Let me see. Come on. The green. All right, the green big leaf. Eileen says the big green leaf. Anybody else have an opinion? Oh, heck, it stopped even playing over here. All right, so if we do the green, do y'all think the Cajun Craze the middle size leaf? Or, yeah, it needs to be the Cajun Craze because I don't have the yellow one. Now, on the littler leaves, we've got, so we'd want a green or a yellow. Not a green. That's Mary Merlot. We don't want that. A yellow, it's going to have to be a yellow leaf. All right, so what do y'all think about that on the inside? We could go with one of these smaller leaves, but I just don't think it's big enough to show up. No, I think the bigger leaf. All right, so I'm gonna glue these down. Green leaf first. Oh, I left my glue gun. So if you do have this kind of glue, I just have a little dimensional on the side. And I just stick my little needle in there so I don't lose it. And since this isn't going to be manhandled a whole lot, just a little glue. A little glue will do ya. Kind of put that up in the top right-hand corner. And then we'll go in with this medium-sized leaf. Let's see. I like to kind of angle them. So maybe we want, is this one angled a different direction? So in that set, they come angled either way. I think we want it angled that way to give us a little lift. Okay. So then, oh, I gotta hustle. It's 8:08. All right. And here I thought I'd be finished early. Ha! All right, then the yellow. Hi, Cindy. Glad you could join us. I know we're about through, but you can catch the replay. I'll post it here in just a little bit. And then we're going to place this right about there. I think I want some more leaf peeking out, the green leaf. On mine, I didn't leave much room over here for the green leaf, the Cajun Craze leaf to stick out. So I think the green would stick out just a little more, make it pop a little more, because this big piece kind of hides stuff. So we're going to go through and just add some glue to this. I'm actually a tape person, but you can't put tape on this. There'd be no way. All right, let's see. Put that piece down. Put a block on it because it is kind of warped just a little bit. While we make decisions. All right, so next we are going to have, if I can find it, this piece. Did I dimensional that? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. It's flat. So I'm going to put this piece about here. And it can hang off because we're not mailing this. It's a home decor item to add a little color to your house. I love decorating for fall. I have a few Halloween, but I have mostly fall. Then I put up some Christmas, and then we'll put this guy about right here. Now I did dimensional that. Yes, I did. So I'm just going to lay some dimensionals along the bottom because I just want them right here. Oh, too many. And then I'm going to put just a little glue on this side because it's going to touch that. Well, you know, it's not going to touch that pumpkin. What am I thinking? Let me just do a little strip off of this. Because those mini dimensionals, I think, are just a hair. Oh, I didn't show you that. Now it's glued down. You can't see. But this is about the same height. See? Same height as the dimensional. That was 4 layers of basic white. Okay, so let's see. Let me just cut just a hair off of the edge. Don't waste your dimensionals. Every piece is usable. All right. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you like it. Yep, and that's stuck down pretty good. All right. Take this piece. Oh, wait. This guy. I need to kind of see where I want him before I stick this guy down. Because I don't want to hide him. Not right there. So then I'm going to take it over. I'm just going to put adhesive down on this bottom. Oop. A little piece didn't come off. I'm going to take this piece and kind of eye it where I want it. And then this piece. And then I've got a dimensional behind that. Stick that down. Oh, there we go. So I was also going to dimensional this. Let's see. Put one there. One here. I'm out of the tiny, so let's just do a few strips. One there. Because even as you're storing it, you don't want it to get too flat. And maybe one here. Let's see if I can get a little something there. Right there. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Okay. All right. Look at my example. All righty. Let's see. We're going to put that right about there, centering it on the set of 3 pumpkins. Up a little bit and place it. All right. So there we go. We've got that much so far. Let me clear some of this out of our way. Quickly. Alrighty. Just a few more steps. Next, the ribbon. So, this ribbon, I looked it up in the catalog when I was making this because it's a coppery color and it goes, but it's retired. But it is in the clearance rack. And it comes with another one. It's called the Basket Weave and Metallic Ribbon Combo Pack. And they did update the brain fart. The clearance rack today, and one thing I did notice is they had the Forever Greenery paper. They still had that, and now it's on clearance. So if you really liked that paper and you really like this, you could get your order in, especially if you're going to make, use the copper, because this is the only, we don't have any copper ribbon right now. Anyway, this bow. So when I make bows for my household items, they're kind of fluffy, floofy bows with lots of loops. But you don't want too much. This is just going to be too big. So what I did is I took this ribbon and very carefully cut it in half. And I probably should have done this part before I got on here, but it kind of ravels a little bit, but not bad. I just threw that part away. And I just cut it in half. I always check when I'm doing, making anything for anybody that's going to see it, because, when I watch people, I'm like, oh, I want to make that. But it really stinks if it's like, oh, well, you can't. There's not, that stuff is just gone. So I made sure, didn't realize as I was digging through the ribbons on the Stampin' Up website that, hello, it was on the clearance rack. But it's still there. And there might be some other things, but I know everybody really liked that Forever Greenery paper. Or you may still have some. I still have some. A pack of DSP goes a long way. Let's see. Probably a little more. Let's see. Whoop. Maybe that'll be enough. Let me see. Oh, surely. So now I have 2 pieces. Now I'm actually going to cut this in half and make it 4 pieces. So I'm going to pull out my bow jig to help me make this bow. Because it's a lot of pieces to hang on to. And so, I wish I could leave my door open. It's getting quite warm in here. Let's see. All right. See, it does floof off a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not bad. Just pull the pieces off. There you got your bow. So then you can just pull the little pieces out. Kind of like you would do if you were making a bow for your house. Now, those, there they go. See, those little pieces just pull right off. Get that out of my way. Oop, that's pulling on the bow. Trim some of that away. Then you end up with more of a bow like, you know, they put on wreaths and that's a, hang on, and such. More of a loopy bow. All right. Looks like I got one. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to put that guy right there. So I didn't know. I also, Kelly and I couldn't decide yesterday as I was asking for her advice on what she thought. Oh, where did my other package go? Oh, I better put them back. I'll put them in here. I did. All right. So in this set, they do have some little leaves. They're just kind of, they're like this. And I didn't know, do y'all think a little leaf right there instead of the green would be cute? That's a pretty big one. There's another one, let me see. There's that. No, I think it needs to be this one. We could dimensionalize that one up with the bow. Or no leaf and leave the leaf green, which is what I did. I tend to overdo it sometimes. What do you think? With the leaf, without the leaf? Whew. We're almost done, folks. I'm sorry. I'm slow and I've had doggy. You like the copper leaf? So we'll put the leaf on. I think I'll dimensional that as well. Anybody else? Yeah, it's just a little more shine. With the leaf. All right. I'll wait just another second or two. Y'all wouldn't believe the delay. It's really crazy. Okay, we're going with the leaf because we're running behind. So let's dimensional the leaf. And cut a little more of the mini, just on the little edges here to make sure we don't smush them. I think so too. I couldn't decide, so I left it off the first one because I can tend to get a little overly overdue. Because you add one thing like, oh, then you add a little more and add a little more. But yeah, I like having a little more copper. It adds quite a pretty shine right here. Right like that. All right, let's see. And then let me put some glue dots. Let me trim that up a little bit. I did 3 glue dots across the top, and these are paper pumpkin glue dots. I'm still trying to use them up. They give you so many in a package. And if y'all don't know, the new paper pumpkin this next month is going to be, I think it's 10 or 8 to 10 Christmas cards. I can't remember. It's It's 2 different designs, either 5 of each or 4 of each. I can't remember. All right. Now our tails are way too long. But we'll trim those little boogers up. Squeeze. There we go. Yep, probably a little shorter right there. That way you can read your words. I like them all a little different because if I had this bow in my house, it would be all different lengths. The little tails. All right. It's only one more thing. And I need to stamp this because I handmade it. You should always make sure and add your handmade by, whoop, oh, there's 2 more things. Oops, that's in a minute. So these are the brush metallic back dies. And so I decided, of course, on mine, I had gotten some glue. I didn't do as good on the corners. I learned how to do the corners better today on another video. But I had some glue and you could see it. But then I thought these actually kind of made it look more real, like a wood, if you bought a wood frame at the store. And I really thought, I think they're old olive, but the copper, I don't know, y'all might like it better. You think the gold, definitely not. The copper or the green? The copper or the old olive? You think? I used the old olive on this one. But the copper would be nice too. With more lighting in here, I can see that the copper would work. Last night, I didn't think it would work. Oop, you can't see. Can you see? There you go. Oh, you can see here. So these are the old olive, and these are the copper. Which do you think? The copper or the old olive brush metallic adhesives? I'm going to go and stamp my name on the back of my easel quickly here. Copper. All right. See, I didn't think the copper yesterday, but I had the lighting from the sun coming in, and now as we're in here, I'm thinking, man, that copper would actually look better. So, now these are actually back ordered. I think they're back ordered. I can't remember if they're back ordered or they're non-orderable. But I think they're supposed to be in next week. They're really pretty. They have a little sheen to them. So I did the big one in the middle on the miter. And then 2 smaller ones on each side because I thought the one was just not enough. And there. Oh, come on. And there. I really love this gooey end on my take your pick tool. You can hang on to it and really get it right where you'd like it. there. Yes, I like the copper. I'm going to stick the copper on that. I'm not going to take those green dots off of mine. All right. So the last thing we have to do is to make the easel part so that it stands up. So I took off, oh, and I didn't show y'all that. I just took off the sticky. And I'm going to turn it over, line it up center about, and then the bottom. Oh, it looks, oh, I thought I was frozen. There we go. So there you go. Now it stands up nicely. And then there it is. A little 3D decoration for your house or for your friends. A little gift you can make your friends. I like making paper gifts for people. They're usually pretty amazed that we were able to do such things. All right. Oh, goodness gracious, it's already. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to turn you up. I think that's where I touch it. Is it covered? I think it's covered. Yep, I'm covered. Okay, here we go. Y'all are going to see how hot and sweaty I am because I got the door closed. Oh, goodness. All right. So I hope you like the project. Let me know. I can in the comments, I'll put who, her name was Terry Gaines. And then Rhonda Wade also showed how to do different ones. Like she did thicker frames around them and smaller and bigger. And she was doing them for Bible verses. She would put the Bible verse on the inside, and I thought that was really neat too. And then decorate it with some DSP and some embellishments like we did with the pumpkins, or I can't remember exactly what she used. Anyway, I hope you liked the project today. The only person I saw that shared, and tell me if I'm wrong, was Susan. So I will get this to you, Susan. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.